Going on, everybody? It's the man right here, the one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster, one of the original Road Warlords, and as always, bring you knowledge and drop the science in this industry of what we call trucking. Uh, Father's Day to all you fathers out there, and to you single mothers that had to raise your children on your own and stuff. And you want to claim this day? Oh well, why not? So anyway, we are talking about the zero money down lease programs that are out here. We're going to be running the numbers and see, is it something that's fair? We're going to see if it's a fair market now and stuff, or is it still business as usual? Is it still, a bunch of hot air? So as you guys come in, give me a sound check. Let me know everything is okay, and we will go into tonight's or this evening's science. Mr. Robbins, what's going on with you? Just a quick note too. Like I said, I am starting that other channel. Okay, thank you, Sean. All right, appreciate it. I am starting the other channel, my life lessons, but I got to come up with a name. I got to come up with a name better than life lessons. Now, it seems like everybody has life lessons and stuff, and I don't want it to be confused with anybody else's and stuff like that. So again, just a precursor is that I will be starting my other channel soon. It will not be trucking related. It will be, about things that went on with my life that I can give pointers and stuff as to what's going on. Because I see a lot of people are they're asking questions, but they seem to be focused on the wrong type of questions. And I mean, they're answering them and stuff like that, but it's not doing any kind of thing as far as like improving one's own self situation. You see, all things start with you and they end with you ultimately. That's what it is. Everything starts with you and ends with you. So, when you understand that, you'll begin to understand all things. So, basically everything I'm gonna be dropping up there is about starting with self, ending with self, improving yourself. Things are out here and stuff, and that's the way they are and stuff, but that's what it is. But if you're not doing anything about yourself, right, then you're certainly not gonna change. You're certainly not gonna change anything around you, change the environment and stuff, and then ultimately you're gonna be tolerating a bunch of stuff which you shouldn't have to do. Guys, the power's in your hands. Always have been, always will be. So anyway, I've been getting some, so people have been hitting me up over the week about going into some of these programs, these zero money down lease programs, and I find some of this stuff rather interesting. So, if you look at the thumbnail, you can see this is just some of the stuff that I do. As far as like breaking down numbers and stuff like that. This is why, I tell people, look, hey, if you want to talk to me and stuff, and you serious about want to get understanding, these are the things and stuff that I do. I get these breakdowns to you, step by step, tell you, okay, this is what it is, this is what you're gonna be looking for, so on and so forth. That's how, when it comes to the research and stuff, man, that's how deep I get into it. Guys, I want you to win at this. I want you to understand what you're getting into and to take full advantage, guys. Everybody's situation isn't going, we aren't born with silver spoons in our mouths and stuff like that. And as much as we would like to say, yeah, we would like our credit or our finances to be in certain places and stuff, that's just not it. It's just some things, the zero money down thing, if that's what you got to do to get to the goal and stuff, then, by all means, it's just, what I see a lot of times is people they get into these programs and they get comfortable. In fact, they get too comfortable that they forget, what was the whole thing about until, stuff started falling apart, Just like Hector, Hector got comfortable. He got comfortable and forgot what it was all about, and then now a disagreement comes up and stuff, and now here it is, all that hard work and time that went into some equipment. You got to get the keys up and stuff like that, and you got to start over from scratch. And you don't get those 3 years back, or however much time and stuff you got into it. And because of you being comfortable, you never really put any kind of money and stuff away. So, not only are you set back, but you're set back as a lease driver, which is very dangerous and stuff, by the way. If you're a company driver, that's one thing, but if you're set back as a lease, you set back in the zero money lease thing, I mean, dude, you in some serious trouble, man. We saw with Hector, the extremes and stuff that he took in order to try to keep the equipment. And so, I mean, that's what happens a lot of times, but taking care of situations and stuff beforehand and making sure that you got stuff on hand before time, that's what it's about. So if you want to get comfortable later, you can. If they want to start acting funny, they can, because you already got plans set in motion. Yeah, Mr. Hill, freight it's kind of touch and go, man. I mean, it's kind of touch and go and stuff. I mean, if you got, some places got consistency, but I mean, if you're on that spot market, man, it's horrible. It's horrible and stuff, man. And, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. That spot market, man, that's just not a place to be at. And I urge people, man, if you were the carrier, and they putting off the spot market, man, look, just cut them loose. Just cut them loose and stuff, because it's only a matter of time and stuff before you get that phone call and stuff. It's only a matter of time for you get that phone call and the carrier tell you, hey man, listen, we either sold out to another carrier, or turn the truck in. Turn the truck in and stuff, man. We're done. It's not. It's a place where only few people can survive and stuff, and even the people and stuff that's in there, I mean, God bless them. I don't know how they doing it, but let's see what you got. I got comfortable in my lease program, but I felt like I had went too far to turn back, but I did get the title. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the whole thing. Once you got. Once you got a certain, they want you comfortable enough to where when you realize when you realize what the situation is and stuff, right? It's like, oh man, dude, I got a year and a half in this lease, and then I got a year and a half left. I got a year and a half left, and man, it's like, daggone. Had I took advantage of this and took advantage of that, and I can't start over on the count that I got too much money in here. I done put this and this in the truck and stuff like that, and then my credit ain't where it's supposed to be and stuff like that, and it's gonna take this amount of time to get that straight, And so that's the whole premise of just being comfortable. So you got to realize every single day when you're in that lease program, hey man, listen, you wake up in the morning, yeah, I'm in a lease. I'm driving this truck, yeah, I'm in a lease. When you think about going home, yeah, I'm in a lease. That needs to be on your mind constantly and stuff, to say, well, look, I can't get comfortable until I'm out this lease. So am I taking advantage of things and stuff for what it is, or am I just wasting time? This is why, like, people go to rental center and stuff. Yeah, rental center lets you get the furniture, and you ain't got to pay a lot of money, or so it looks. But then when you actually start looking at it, saying, okay, I ain't got to pay for $20. I ain't got to pay for $20 a week, or you ain't got to pay for $20 a week. But then you figure, man, shoot, you doing this for the next so and so years, and 50% of that is going to interest. You see what I'm saying? You comfortable because you got the furniture in there, or whatever it is that you purchased, you got it in the house. right? And you didn't have to go through credit checks and all that other stuff there. So, you figure, oh, well, ain't no big deal. But then, you know, hey, after a certain amount of time and stuff like that, like, dude, I could be doing something else with this money and this thing still ain't paid for yet. No, dude, man, not business. And so, these programs, they're set up to take advantage of people to say, well, you know what, you really don't have to put that work in to get your credit straight. You don't really have to be fine. You don't have to learn financial literacy of these things. You don't even have to learn the business. We'll take care of all these things for you because it's a lot of work that's involved in it. Just go out here, take care of what you have to take care of and stuff, and let us do the thinking for you. Let us do all the business stuff. You just drive for us. And then, it sounds like a good idea, and you sound like you into a good thing. Yeah, these people gonna take care of you. And then, the more you work, the more you run, the more you start to find out, man, okay, this thing ain't nowhere where it's cracked up to be. I'm not seeing where I'm benefiting. Well, okay, you don't start making money until the truck's paid off, okay? So don't worry about it now. Things are tough right now, but once you get this thing paid off and stuff, it's yours. And that's when you'll start making money. You don't do any research, and then you find out, it is money to be made and stuff, but a lot of my money, you talking about 75-85% of what I make is going towards overhead costs, right? It's going towards overhead costs. But you're a company and you're operating. So what's your overhead cost? And then when you finally start breaking it down and seeing what the numbers and stuff actually are, it's like, doggone, man, I'm doing freight. They paying me cent per mile. They're paying me cent per mile and stuff. And then, if I was on a percentage contract, I'll be making a heck of a lot more. But yeah, hey, you're cent per mile, they could send you anywhere. Okay, yeah, hey, go over, yeah, you got to take California trips and all that stuff. Yeah, I need miles and stuff like that, of course, but that's not how the business works. And then you find that out later on in business, like, well, the long stuff don't pay money. It's all this short haul stuff, okay, hey, go pick up this load here. Go pick up this load here and take it 200 miles, and you a cent per mile. You a cent per mile, but that little 200-mile run made $1,200-$1,300. You made $1,200-$1,300 and stuff, and they're paying you $1 a mile and stuff off of that. So, I mean, but you learn these things a little later on in business. So, this is what you got. I wouldn't do that again, though. Yeah, I hear you. Let's see. G. Garrison don't pay for washouts. Yeah, most reefer outfits and stuff, they don't pay for washouts. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the place I'm with, they don't pay for washouts. So, yeah, most companies you leased on with, they don't. There may be a few, like the last company I know that paid for a washout and stuff was National Carriers, and I worked for them back in 2010. So, I mean, I imagine there probably a few spots, Prime or some of those big mega carriers and stuff, but for the most part, no, washout, yeah, that's on you. So that, the washout, yeah, that's on you. So, again, that's just something you need to take in consideration, when they're offering you some freight, stuff like that. Hey, man, look, if they start leaving trash and stuff back here, I gotta start charging. Yeah, hey, man, listen, we need another $100. I'm gonna need another $100 and stuff. Once I get done, man, the trailer's gonna be all messed up. Somebody gotta pay for that washout. It ain't gonna be me. And for what you paying me, it's not in the rate. And you really don't have to explain that even, like, you just add that on and stuff, like, they offer rate and stuff, man. Look, hey, you go to the negotiating table. Hey, man, listen, I'm gonna need $75 more. I'm gonna need $100 more and stuff, right? They're going to give it to you. So you gotta make, when you negotiate, you gotta make them pay for it. Yeah, you gotta make them pay for it and stuff, man. So Yeah, that's how most places are and stuff. They don't pay for them washouts. They don't pay for washouts and stuff, man. So, it's just part of the game and stuff. But, um, people that you haul freight for, if they do a bad job and stuff, leaving trash and stuff in there, and hey, you got to tax them. And you got to be consistent with it and stuff, man. Otherwise if they can slide the cost on you and stuff, that's what they're going to do. Okay, I'll loan you the money and you can go pay for it yourself and you got to pay me back with interest. That stuff there, man. They ain't the business. It's not the business. All right, so, okay, it's enough of y'all in here again. All right, so, this past week, been getting some, I got a few messages about some guys and stuff talking about that they wanted to go over here and work for this particular carrier, and they gave me the rundown about what they charge and stuff like that. And so, I'm looking at it and I'm seeing, okay, it's kind of, this particular place. They didn't tell me the name. They didn't tell me the name and stuff. They just sent me the itinerary, which I told them, yeah, just send me the itinerary. I don't really care about the carrier and stuff like that. I ain't gonna put that name out there, but you can figure it out. But this particular carrier, they lease trucks, zero money down. You lease the truck for 4 years. You lease the truck for 4 years and then the truck is yours. So, let's see. Hold on. 52. That's 104, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 7. All right. So, one of the carriers and stuff, they was talking about that. Yeah, you come over here, you lease a truck. Yeah, we got 2022s. We got 2022s over here. You lease the truck for 210 weeks, which is 4 years, and it's 4 years, I think 2 weeks. Yeah, it's 4 years and 2 weeks and stuff, and the truck is yours, no balloon payment, that sort of thing there and stuff, right? So, they got three types of contracts over there. They got a 75%, 78%, and an 88%. And so I went to breaking down the numbers and stuff to see. I said, okay, well, which route would you choose based upon the numbers and stuff? And so, they do everything. They got refrigerated, dry van, flatbed, step deck. Right, so they got it all there and stuff. And so again, the rates are 75%, 78%, 88%. So the 75% over there covers the 75%. If you choose, 75-25, they take on some of the costs and stuff. Like you don't have to pay for the trailer rental. Refrigerated trailer rental. You don't have to pay for that. You don't have to pay for the cargo insurance. You don't have to pay for the cargo insurance, the dispatch, and the ELD. So, with just those costs alone and stuff, right, at 75%, you're saving $850. If you eliminate those costs and take the 75%, you're saving $850. Okay, 78%, that's if you choose the dry van, the step deck, or the flatbed, right? So with that cost there and stuff, it's about the same thing. About $850 and stuff you're saving there, right? Okay. Then you got 88%. Now the 88%, if you take 88%, then they saying that you pretty much, it's an 88-12 split, right? But you got to pay for the cargo insurance, the ELD, you pay for the cargo insurance, the ELD, and of course, dispatch and stuff like that. So then they got some then they got some other costs and stuff here too. So with me breaking down the numbers, All right, with me breaking down the numbers and stuff, right? I wrote it down in two. I wrote it down in two different places. You can see, and it's kind of everywhere actually. So I'm gonna just read it off. I'm gonna just read it off and stuff, and then you guys and stuff. This will be a good opportunity if you got pencil and paper. If you got pencil and paper and stuff, you can write these numbers and stuff down, and you can do the math yourself and stuff to make sure that the math is correct. But that's the thing there and stuff. So for the cost of everything. So if you get a reefer unit from them, right? If you rent a reefer unit from them, that's $400. Okay, that's $400. Their cargo insurance is $300. Okay, so you got 4 and 3, that's 7. So then you got the ELD, which is $15. Okay, let's see. What it say? Does the 75% split still applies if the 75% still applies if you buy a truck or new? Let's see. Oh, make sure I'm reading this right. Let's see. Does the 75% still leasing to them? Does the insurance still get covered? Okay. No, now I'm gonna get into that in a minute and stuff, right? No, the 75% is not. It's not going to change one way or the other. Whether you get a truck from them or whether you bring your own truck, this is what the cost is: 75%. If you choose the 75% route, the only thing that they're eliminating is a trailer rental fee. A trailer rental fee. Yeah, I understand. I understand and stuff. I appreciate the deal. Yeah, they just eliminate the cargo fee, the ELD fee, and the trailer rental fee. That's in the percentages and stuff, except the 88%. It's just the 75 costs more because you're doing a reefer. 78, that's for dry van, flatbed, and step bed. And then so yeah, if you go those two routes and stuff, 78% if you want all the fees to be included. 75%, again, that's all the, I ain't gonna say that's all the fees, but that's their fees and stuff with the trailer and the cargo insurance. Okay, so now there are some things and stuff that they don't cover that you're gonna have, right? You got physical damage, that's $200. You got you got registration and highway tax. You got registration and highway, that's $60. Occupational, that's $45, and then the pre-pass and the transflow, that's $10. Right? So you got that cost and stuff there, and then they got two trucks and stuff that they're leasing. You got a 2022 International. You can lease that truck for $800 a week. You lease that truck for $800 a week and stuff for 210 weeks, and then the truck is yours. So that's 4 years. They got Freightliners 2022, $825 a week for 210 weeks, and then the truck is yours. Okay. And then you got they got the 2019. They got 2019 Internationals. Those trucks there are $199 a week for 104 weeks. So that's 2 years. That's 2 years. That's 2 years and 6 weeks, and then the truck is yours. Okay. So I went based upon getting the International at $800 a week. Okay, y'all gotta forgive me. My reefer just started up, so if y'all hear that noise and stuff, that's what that is. Okay. So if you incorporate all that cost that I just mentioned, right? Let's just say you get the 2022 International that you're paying $800 a week for, and you incorporate all that cost. Let's just say you do the 88%. You say you're gonna pay for the You're gonna pay for the trailer rental. Yeah, you pay for the trailer rental. You take the 88%. So that means you're going to incur all costs, right? You're going to incur all costs. So if you do that, then your cost is going to be $2,600. It's going to be $2,065 a week. $2,065 a week and stuff. And so, 65. All right, it's $265 a week if you get the international. If you get the Freightliner 2022, there's $285. You know, it's $25 more. Okay. So the company is saying that they gross anywhere between $6,000 to $9,000. $6,000 to $9,000. So I did things based upon $6,000, right? So I went on the highest cost that you can get for them, and then the lowest number that they say that you can run, right? The lowest number that you can run and stuff. So $6,000 gross. Okay, so if you take the 88% at $6,000, this is how I did the math. Okay, if they take out their 12% from that $6,000, they'll leave you with $5,280. It's $5,280 and stuff after their 88%. So we're gonna figure in two things. We're gonna figure in the overhead costs, which is everything that I mentioned. That means the truck, the reefer trailer, and all the costs and stuff that go along with it. So I knew it was something I left out. Okay, so again, I'm talking to, I don't know if I can even be heard. So if y'all give me a sound check right quick, let me know everything is good. We'll go ahead and get back into what I was talking about earlier. I still remember stuff. I'm still at the same point. It's just sorry about that. Sorry about that little interruption. Yep, just need a sound check. Let's see, it's 2019 might be a better deal. Yeah, it could be. It could be, you know, like I said, it's based upon certain factors. So the sound is good. Okay, all right. So, hey, listen, I had to cut the truck on. And stuff. So I guess I don't know if it makes the sound bad and stuff like that. I mean, you know, but I'm trying to get back to get my microphone and stuff. I should be home Tuesday, hoping. But yeah, all right. So you're saying my sound is good. Thank you, Mr. Collins. So we're gonna go ahead and continue this up with what I was saying earlier, right? So we're gonna start over again. If you choose the 88%, that means you're taking on all the costs, right? The trailer rental, the cargo, everything, right? Still got to pay for the truck regardless of which way that you go, whether it's 75, 78, or 88. It's just the 88 means you got to take care of everything, stuff, all the the overhead costs and stuff like that. You know, this is something that you have to pay for. So, like I said, with all the overhead costs at 88%, it's going to cost you 2,000. You know, it's going to cost you $2,065, right? Anywhere between $2,065 and $2,085. So I'm doing $2,065 on the international 2022, right? So at $6,000, you made $6,000 gross, which they say that's what they're trying to keep you at, between $6,000 to $8,000. So I mean between 6 and 9. So we're doing at 6,000. Lowest case scenario. All right, now at $6,000, if they take that 12%, right, that leaves you with $5,280. $5,280. Now, the next thing is your overhead costs. So your overhead cost is $2,065, you know, with the reefer. Okay, you got $2,065 with the reefer unit. All right, now, that will leave you after you pay your overhead costs and your 12%. No, okay. After you pay your overhead costs, that will leave you with $3,215. Okay, $3,215. So now the only thing left is the fuel. So
if we if we take out 40%, if you take out 40% for your fuel, that will leave you with the refueling and stuff. They'll leave you with $1,929. If you do reefer, $1,929. If you do dry van, that leaves you with $2,054. If you do flatbed 53 foot, that leaves you with $2,009. If you got flatbed 48 foot, $2,049. And then if you do step deck, that'll leave you with $1,979. Okay? That's at $6,000 after everything is taken out, and then you took out 40% for the fuel, right? So you don't have, so that $1,929 refueling, that's your net pay after grossing $6,000 with all your overhead and your fuel. That's what you left with a week, right? That's if you choose the 88%. Okay. Keep those numbers in mind and stuff, because now we're going to go over to the 75%, right? We're going to go over to 75%. So 75% reefer unit, same thing, same $6,000. So that means you're a 75-25 split. So 25%, they take out $1,500. $1,500 out of 65, right? I mean, that's $1,500 out of $6,000. So that leaves you with $4,500. Now, if you choose to do the 75%, then your overhead, that means your truck and the other fees that go along with it. So you got the truck at $800 a week, right? That's the 2022 International. Then the only thing you pay is the physical insurance, the physical damage, the registration to highway, the occupational, and the pre-pass. So all that comes up to $1,215. $1,215. You took the 75%, so that means they cover the other stuff that goes along, the trailer fee, the cargo insurance. They pay for that. The ELD, they pay for that. So your overhead is $1,215. So you take $1,215 from the $4,500. That will leave you with $3,285. $3,285. So now we take out 40% for the fuel, right? 40% out of $3,285. That's $1,314. That's $1,314. After that, your net cost will be $1,971. $1,971. Okay? Keep that in mind. That's 75% reefer. Now, if you 78%, that covers dry van, flatbed, and your step deck, right? So 78% is what they're paying you gross. So they'll cut 22%. Same $6,000. Okay? 22% of $6,000 is $1,320. $1,320, which will leave you with $4,680. $4,680. That same overhead fee, which is $1,215, because you chose the International 2022, right? And all that, so all that overhead together again, that's $1,215. So you subtract $1,215 from $4,680, that will leave you with they'll leave you with $3,465. Okay? $3,465. Okay? Now, we're taking 40% out for fuel again, right? 40%. So that's $1,386, $1,386. You're taking that out for fuel, which will leave your net cost of $2,079 net. At $6,000 gross, you'll be making $2,079 net. Okay? So at 78%, if you remember all the costs that I said from the 88% and from the 75%, if you take the 78%, that means dry van, flatbed, step deck, versus the 75% refrigerated, you'll be making $108 more. At 78%, you'll be making $108 more than the $6,000 that you make from the 75%. Okay? Now, on the 88%, you'll be making reefer unit, you'll be making if the 78%, you'll be making reefer unit, 88%, that's $1,929. $1,929 versus the $2,079 at 78%. That means you'll be making $150 more if you take the 78% versus the 88%. Dry van, you'll be making $2,054, which means you'll be making $25 more on the 78% versus the 88%. The flatbed, 53-foot, you'll be making $70 more because that cost there is $2,009. $2,009. So you'll be making $70 more off the 78% than you would the 88%. The flatbed, 48-foot, you'll be making $30 more because the net cost on the 88% is $2,049, which means that's $30 more you'll be making off the 78% versus the 88%. And then, of course, step deck, 88%, you'll be making $1,979 net off 88%. The net cost again for 78% step deck is $2,079, which means you'll be making $100 more if you take the 78% versus the 88%. So you can see that well, okay, this is where the money is, right? This is where the money is. Okay? 78%, 75%, 88%. It seems as though you'll be making more money taking the 78% dry van, flatbed, step deck if you're grossing $6,000, which they say that you're going to be making between $6,000 to $9,000 gross. Okay? $6,000 to $9,000 gross. So there are the numbers right there. There are the numbers right there and stuff in these in this particular lease program. So a couple things that wanted to add up was that if you go, let's just say you go the 4-year route, right? Say you get the 2022 international. You get the 2022 international. All right, at $800 a week, that's going to be around $800 a week. I should have worked that math up, but that's going to be $39,000 and some change. So you might round it off to $40,000, right? Okay, so well, let's see. Any of y'all that got a calculator and stuff, if y'all can work that up for me right quick. Okay. You got the 2022 international. You're paying $800 a week for the truck. For 52 weeks, now you take $800 and multiply that by 210, what they come up with. Cause I ain't got a calculator on hand and stuff like that. That's the I did it and I forgot to write it down. So somebody real quick just tell me $800, $800, two. You take 800 and multiply it by 210, and tell me how much you come up with. Okay, that's 168,000. Okay, $168,000. That's what you're gonna have in the truck after 4 years. So the question you gotta ask is, that if you go into this lease program right now versus how much trucks cost. I'm not talking about a cash truck. I'm just saying if you was to go out here and buy a 2022, that same model truck, how much would that truck cost you? A 2022. Because if you go into this lease program, that's $168,000 is what you're going to have in the truck. So I would say right now, trucks, 2022s and stuff, they're going for about 100 and I want to say 125 to about 135, right? 125 to 135. So let's just say we're on the high end, right? 135,000. The truck is going to cost you 168,000. We know that for a fact. So 135,000. Take that, and give me 10%. That's an $80,000 difference, or that's how much you see in the truck for Mr. Williams. That's how much the trucks are going for, or that can't be the difference. That can't be the difference. I want somebody to take 100. All right, 135,000. 10% of that is what? 30. Okay, 10%. 135,000, $10,000, right? So they'll put you 145,000. They'll put you at 145,000 at 10% interest. The truck is going to be 168,000. So if you get it for 135, let's say going into a lease with zero money means you won't have enough capital to maintain a truck. Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Because 16,000. All right, that's the difference. Okay, 16,000. 16,000. That's the difference. Okay. 16,000. So I'm saying, if you get that lease truck and all you doing is $6,000, right? You just grossing 6,000. And I just told you what the net cost is gonna be. So you're looking around $2,000 a week. You're looking at $2,000 a week, right? Hey, what's going on with you, Chase and Andrew? I hope you made it back and stuff, man. Look, check out the insurance class and stuff, man. You got me almost trying to change careers and stuff, man. But but yeah, okay. $2,000 a week multiplied by 52. That's 100 and let's see. So we saying what? 52. See, 100. That's 104. No, wait a minute, hold up. It's 52. So that's around 104,000, right? So you did about 104,000 that year. if you do $2,000 a week, the wrong crankshaft. What the world? So make sure my math is right. If you're doing $2,000 a week for 52 weeks, how much is that? That's 100. I want to say $108,000. That's $108,000, right? Let's see. Truck expenses, toll, fuel, maintenance fund, taxes, weekly deductions plus $100.50 rate. You got to keep moving, no sitting. All right, now look, we just did all the overhead stuff, right? We just did all the overhead stuff, and so we saying, okay, out of the truck, 140,000 or 104,000. Okay, 104,000. So we just did all the expenses, and we doing that. If you do if you just doing $6,000 a week, gross, 6,000 a week, we done took out all the expenses. That includes the maintenance. And stuff. So now you are 100. So you $104,000. 52 weeks, you got $104,000. Okay. If you continue to maintain in this lease program, let's see, you guys ain't calculate new truck downtime. No, I'm saying I'm gonna get to that in a second. I'm just saying on the reason why I did 6,000. The reason why I did 6,000 is because let's just say that's what the average is, right? Let's just say what or we can't really say what the downtime, because you might not even have it. But let's just say after everything is said and done, you average $6,000, which come up to you did $6,000 gross. That's $104,000 that year. Okay, you're in a lease program doing it. What do you do now? What do you do now and stuff? You got $104,000. Hold up, what you got? Let's see. They end up putting the whole bill, new rods, Freightliner did the heads, new sleeves. They sold them 15 crank. It fit. It was tight for 13. 3 years later. Oh yeah. Yep. That'll do it. Okay. So remember now, if this is the route that you took, you in a lease program. So what are some of the things that you can take advantage of? If you did only 104,000, if you only did 104,000, remember you busted. Now we talk about taxes, right? You busted for the first 3 years. You busted for the first 3 years because you're in a lease program. So that $104,000 is supposed to be getting your business started. So what are the things I tell folks to do? Get your credit fixed. Go get your credit fixed. And why? Because you're in a lease program. And stuff. So something is wrong with your credit. And stuff. So you need to be getting your credit and stuff straight so that you can so that when it's time to make step 2, right, there ain't gonna be any holdups. Okay, being that you did $6,000 average, right? Being that you did $6,000 gross and stuff, right? You probably could do a lot better. And stuff, but I'm just saying you did that on the low end. I got you on the high end cost, but you did the gross on the low end. So I'm saying, can you honestly say that you'll do a lot better than $104,000? Can you honestly say that you'll do better than $6,000 a week? I'm just saying, given the circumstance that you got a truck that's a 2022 and it ain't giving you no problems, and you get the system and stuff down packed, and you start running freight consistently and effectively, can you do more? Can you do better than $2,000 a week, $6,000 gross? Can you do better than that? Because if you can, right? Because if you can, all you're trying to do is get the numbers up. Because if the numbers go up, it helps out your situation. But remember, the only thing you got to pay is, the only thing you're paying is, well, you're paying if you're on the percentage side and stuff. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the trailers are brand new. Yeah, of course the truck gonna be used. The truck is gonna be used. But how many miles is it gonna have if it's a 2022? How many miles is it gonna have on? Because remember, you're in a lease program. The whole purpose of the lease program is not to get comfortable. The fact that you're in the lease program and now you're understanding that you have an opportunity in front of you, and this is what your cost is going to be. You're not trying to buy that truck that you're in. If it's going to cost you 1 year, because it's going to always cost you something. Okay, it's going to always cost you something, isn't it? Don't you owe it to yourself to do the very best you can if you're starting out from zero capital? If you start from zero capital and bad credit, and you got an opportunity and stuff on the low end, $104,000 and $6,000 gross. Okay, now this is what I'm saying. What you're supposed to be doing, you're supposed to be taking care of all that before all them problems start becoming problems. Because in the death and all that stuff, it gives you about 4 years. The death usually gives you about 4 years. 5 years is all you're going to get out of it. But usually around that 4th year, that's when it's going to start acting up. So you already getting the truck at 2022 and stuff, right? So the truck is already 2 years old. Just depends on when they get it. So I'm going to say 2 years, probably a year and a half. All right. There's still some. So one of the things that they focused on was the after treatment warranty system, which covers you for 500,000 miles. There's an after treatment warranty system that's up there for 500,000 miles. Otherwise, that people would just start buying trucks. So now you understand that base is covered. But you're trying to give yourself 1 year to get your money and stuff in place, because it takes a little bit less than that. But the more work you put in into getting your finances and stuff in order, the better off you'll be to move into the next step, because you're not trying to stay in there to get comfortable. You're trying to stay in there to get your capital. So by the time the truck needs to put some money into it, you already gone. Because when it's time to start sinking some money into that truck, it's going back to the dealership. They didn't buy that truck. They leased it. People don't buy trucks no more. They lease them. So when that truck started becoming a problem truck and they start digging into their finances, the truck got to go back. So given the opportunity that you're in, right? If that's the lowest you can make, then it's up to you to figure out how to get those numbers and stuff up, right? So now that you understand these fixed costs and stuff right here, now you can go into the second stage, which is understanding the operational, how things work, right? Understand lane rates. Understand what lanes is going to have consistency. Understand what lanes can I be on and stuff to get that consistency. Learning the operations of the roads and stuff like that. Where the scale houses are at. Who's working, who's not working. When is the best time to go through certain areas, so on and so forth. Because you see, that lane of travel, once you understand it, you move into step 2, that lane is going to be something that you maintain. All right? So if you're going to be a here, there, and everywhere type of guy, then you need to have a here, there, and everywhere type of truck, which means that you need to be fixing your finances to a point to where you're getting new equipment. You're getting new equipment. You're here, there, and everywhere. You go East Coast, West Coast. You really don't have a specific lane of travel or whatever. It's whatever the freight is taking me, that's what I'm doing. Okay? If that's you, then you need to be working on new equipment. If you find a lane that's consistent, that's something that's producing money, and the type of customer that you work with, that will determine now what type of equipment you need to get. Okay, well, all right, yeah, I can go the cash truck route. So now it's time for you to start. It's time for you to start going on, Facebook Market and all these other, and see what kind of cash truck you can get. Because while you're learning these things, if you're going to be running those specific routes, something that's dedicated or whatever that doesn't require newer equipment or whatever, all right, yeah, I need to look at I can look at a used truck, a cash truck, see if I can start establishing some relationships. Because once I buy the truck, okay, I'm going to send the truck over here to get the motor rebuilt or to get whatever work and stuff that needs to be done. So once I got the truck right, now I'm done with that. Same thing with the trailer. The type of customer that you have is what's going to determine what kind of equipment that you get. So if the customer, the type of customer, okay, this type of thing that this type of stuff that I load, if it's more heavier, then you need to get a trailer that's more up in age, a newer trailer. But if the freight is pretty light and stuff like that, it ain't put a lot of wear and tear on your stuff, then you can start talking about getting an older piece of equipment, older trailer. But once you got it and you understand the lane and you know that the money is consistent, you'll also know how much money you need in order to maintain said equipment. So once you got that, they'll really give you an understanding about your finances. Okay, is this something that I can do alone, or do I need to go out here and increase my fleet? You'll know what to do with stuff within that year's time, as long as you don't sit back and get comfortable. But the whole reason why they give you that $800 truck payment, or they hoping that you go towards that 19, right? They hoping you go up towards that 19, $600 a week. You get that truck there and stuff. Oh yeah, you know what? I think I can do 2 years over here. At least the truck will be mine. And stuff. I got lower payments. So that means that I could be a little bit more comfortable. I don't have to be focused on my business as much because, hey, I got low truck payments, or I can just wind up getting this truck from them. When the thing is, you're supposed to be using it for the purposes of making sure that you're putting yourself in a better position. Don't be using it for leasing. You see what I'm saying? It's just like going to rental center. Why do people go to rental center and rent couches and all this stuff? Because they want to entertain people. But if you ain't entertaining, save that money up. And stuff, and then take that money to get your stuff fixed on. Get your credit and stuff fixed. Because some people act like they can't. Some people act like it's above them. Okay, I got me a house. Okay, I just got me a place and stuff like that. But I got to have a king size. I got to have a queen size bed. And I got to pay this money every week and stuff. But at least I got it. For what purpose? No, I'm gonna sleep on an air mattress, and I'm gonna take that money that I'm gonna be spending over here at rental center. I'm gonna be saving that money up and stuff to where I can finance something at fair market value. Well, it's the same thing. It's the same thing with everything else out here. Don't get conned into things just because people are giving you the opportunity to get into the truck. It's a zero money down truck or something, but it's going to always come in a catch. It's going to always come in a cost. But you got to understand, hey, because I got bad credit, because my finances and stuff ain't in order, I got to put the real serious work in to get these things on point. I got to get these things on point. But they let you come in the back door and stuff, right? So you can be just like people who got good credit and keep their finances and stuff up, right? To say, hey, we got the same thing. But this person over here is paying a heck of a lot less than you are. And you got to put in more work. You got to put in more work and more revenue to have the same thing that they have. So why are you paying this amount of money for this truck right here who's stripped and equipped and don't have anything in it, when that person that's paying the same thing as you got an own operator spec, Chinworth W900 studio sleeper, stretched out with all the chrome lights and stuff like, and even with that, they probably still ain't paying what you paying for that fleet base model truck. It's sharecropping 101. Because you notice when you look in the environment, and I got to call it for what it is, when you look in the environment, you notice that, hey, when it comes to those zero money down lease trucks and stuff, you always see certain people that's in there. You see certain people that's in there. A certain demographic of people that's in there and stuff, but then other people you see them and they progressing and stuff, right? Because they putting their resources in the right place. Oh, and FYI, the shop that did my end frame on my truck, he just sent me an email and stuff that they say they just got approved and stuff, right? They just got approved for a second location down there in Jacksonville, Florida. They got approved for a second location down there in Jacksonville, Florida. Now y'all saw when my man, when I went to go pick my truck up, the guy that owned the place, he was driving a pickup truck. When I went to go pick my truck up, he was driving a supercar. And I paid him that Monday. The check cleared that Monday, and Tuesday when I got there, he had the supercar that was there. He just bought it. All he was waiting for was that. All he was waiting for that check to clear. That's all he was waiting for. And went and bought him a supercar just like that. And then he messaged me and stuff and told me, hey man, listen, they got approved for the second location down there in Jacksonville, Florida. So you see, businesses, everyone that's doing business is taking care of business. But these zero money down stuff, you can be doing the same thing. Like, man, yeah, you got to start off, right? You got to start off somewhere, but doesn't mean that you got to stay there. Certain demographic of people understand is that they go over there to Prime, and then they'll do 5 years, they'll do 10 years over there in Prime and stuff, and then they'll go into another zero money down lease program, and what they got to show for it. No ownership of nothing. They ain't got no ownership of nothing, but yet they putting time, energy, and resource into these companies and helping them make big bank. And they saying, well, you know what? What's the use of me owning the truck? What's the use of me owning the truck? I just talked to a guy the other day and stuff. It kind of broke my heart a little bit. And stuff. I'm like, this guy I'm leased on with, he been over here forever. And stuff, man. And so I seen, I went to his shop. I went to the shop and stuff, and I seen his truck. Over there in the graveyard and stuff, man. I'm like, dang, that look like Buddy's truck. He got it parked behind there in the graveyard, and so I pulled up something. Yeah, I was right here at this truck stop, actually. I pulled up over here in Branford, and I seen Buddy and stuff there. He in a brand new lease truck. in a brand new lease truck and stuff, man. And so he told me, yeah, I was having problems with the truck and stuff, and so I just went on here and parked it and just got in this truck right here and stuff. You know, like I couldn't deal with it, but I'm saying, you know, me and him talked a while back and stuff, and I'm saying, you know, he has a problem putting the money. He has a problem putting the money in certain places or whatever, you know, where it needs to be at. And I'm saying now he got a Volvo, he got a Volvo 7.6. Pretty good truck and stuff. But I'm like, his truck is it's about the same year as mine and stuff. So I'm saying if it's the same year as mine, I'm pretty sure it's probably gonna need the same thing as mine. Cause mine had 1 million miles on it. I'm pretty sure his was getting around that same way. But I'm saying now, with you having that truck and stuff, and then you being over here and running the way that you run, making sure that you got your finances and stuff in the right place. You should have been doing the same thing. Like, hey man, look, this truck give me trouble. We going on over here and get this end frame in it. Now you in this truck for 4 years. You in this truck for 4 years. Yeah, it's brand new. It's brand new. It ain't breaking down or whatever. But I'm saying, I mean, you talking about $1,400 a week. You talking about $1,400 a week for this lease truck and stuff, and they charging that every week. They don't stop that. And stuff, man. Look, you got a bad week. You just in the hole. It's rise and grind and stuff, man. And so I'm like, sometimes you gotta put away that thing and stuff, man. I'm like, hey, the truck's still yours. You in this brand new truck? Shoot, what you need to be doing? Okay, you still riding, rocking and rolling, making money. You need to be taking your money and getting that to find out what's wrong with that truck that's paid for back there. Guys, if you wanted a new truck, your finances should have been straight enough to say, man, look, even if, you know the guy. You should have been, use your money, but use his purchasing power and say, man, hey, look, buy me the same, can you get me the same, use his purchasing power and stuff, right, to charge the same thing that he's being charged and stuff. Well, I'm saying, hey, you supposed to be going out here and finding your own bankers. Yeah, I'll take that same truck and stuff, but I'm gonna get that fair market value. That's right, $72,000, and you doing that for 4 years. $72,000. So that means every year you could have bought that same Volvo and stuff, right? That same Volvo, you can see those trucks up there all day long and stuff, what they going for. You could have did that. You could have bought two trucks. And put motors in both of them. You could have put motors in, or you could have bought that same truck. You could have bought that same truck and stuff, man, with everything everything worked on and stuff for half that. And then that means for the next 3 years is all profit. Next 3 years is all profit. For the first year, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Okay, they're going to say, well, it got paperwork and stuff on it. Hey, $72,000. Hey, you can go over there to Ohio Truck Sales. Hey, buy one of those W-9s cash. So they got some paperwork. Yeah, hey, this truck got an end frame on it with paperwork. It's an older truck and stuff, man, but the thing is, the motor's rebuilt, transmission's rebuilt. You're doing that every year and stuff, and that's going towards what? In 4 years, you just got a truck that you're going to have to put some more work in. And so, being comfortable, what's going to happen after another 4 years, that truck will start having problems. I'm going to turn this on in and park that one, and then go get me another zero money down truck. But the fact that I'm comfortable means that I don't have to push myself into making extra money. And that's what it's going to take and stuff. Anybody, hey, when it's rise and grind and stuff, man, yeah, I'm gonna get out here and grind because my purpose is not to stay in this condition. When you wake up and you see, hey man, I'm in this lease truck. Ain't no time to getting comfortable. I'm in a lease truck, man. Hey, look, I'm in an apartment. You know, you waking up and you in an apartment and stuff, and then, you know, you in an apartment and not in some house. And so I'm like, yeah, the housing market is what it is right now. But remember, the price always going up on stuff. The price always going up on stuff. And I'm saying, once you locked in, you know, people saying right now, yeah, $1,000, man, that's a lot of money because, yeah, inflation done hit. But, you know, if you locked in a mortgage and stuff, your mortgage ain't going up. That same $1,000, that's what you're going to be paying for the next 30 years. But I'm saying, imagine, you know, 5 years later and stuff, man, what's somebody paying for rent? People saying, oh, the rent don't went up and stuff, man, $1,500. But you still locked in that $1,000 mortgage and stuff with inflation kicking up, you know, the cost of living. So that's got to match it, you know. Even right here in Connecticut, they just passed a law over here. They passed a law over here. The minimum wage in Connecticut is $15 an hour now. So a price going up. It's $15 minimum wage, price going up. But if you locked in and stuff like that, it ain't gonna bother you as much. I mean, everything else going up, your cost still gonna stay the same. Real estate and trucking. Yeah, what I'm saying is that if your truck is paid off, right? If your truck is paid off and you only have to do an end frame, and you got to put an end frame in your truck once every 10 years, right? But you still kept that truck. You just kept running it, making that money off of it. When you go to the shop, for those few times that you go in there and stuff, right, it's not going to bother you as much as a person that got to pay for his truck every single week. Because it used to be a high lease payment and was $500. That was a high lease payment. If a person told you can lease a truck for $500 a week now and stuff, man, everybody be breaking their neck to go over there. Everybody be breaking their neck to go over there. Yeah, you're right. Real estate is a good asset. But trucking is a good asset too if you use it correctly. Because if all your income is going into that truck, so you got $72,000. That $72,000 that you would have to pay that you don't have to pay now. And say if you stay with the same company. So that's $72,000 guaranteed. That's $72,000 guaranteed. Okay, go ahead. All right, go ahead and explain it. Go ahead and explain trucking and real estate. It's apples and oranges. It's apples and oranges and stuff. I can understand to a certain extent, and then I can understand to a certain extent. Let's see, but taxes and insurance on the house does go up a little. Yeah, it goes. Yeah, it does. It does go up a little. But I'm saying if you locked in, right? If you locked in and stuff, man, that's it. So what if the tax? Yeah, the tax is gonna go up. Let's see, real estate goes up in value. Yeah, it goes up in value. Yeah, it goes up in value, of course. But again, if you locked in at a certain rate, okay, so the taxes do go up. But the only way it's going to hit you hard The only way it's going to hit you hard and stuff if you somewhere where they're doing some super development, like like down there in Georgia and stuff. I mean, but they kind of lucked out though. Yeah, they kind of lucked out and stuff, man, because it just so happened Tyler Perry just trucks. Do they lose value? Do they lose value? Our trucks looking. I mean, we looking at the same market. We looking at the same market and stuff. Are they losing value really? Are they losing value? We looking at the same market. Case in point. You remember last year, right? Okay. When I said that 6 years, 5.5 years ago, I went to Lone Mountain. To get that W900. Well, I ain't going to get the W900. I got this truck here. But to get that W900, it was $12,000 down. $12,000 down, $2,600 a month. So all in, you would have had $175,000. $175,000. We fast forward 4 years later. We look at Lone Mountain. They want that same W900. They got 400,000. They got 400,000 miles on it. They want 30%. So anyway, after everything was said and done with that truck, you've been paying $168,000. It was $175,000 brand new. 4 years later, with almost 500,000 miles on it, $168,000. So it really all depends on the market. We saw these trucks and stuff, man. These Cascadias, they got up to 85. They got up to 85,000. They got up to 85,000. I mean, the market ain't doing. But I mean, now you can buy these trucks now $8,000-$9,000 again. Just all depends on what the market is. But these trucks are going just like real estate now. And then depending on what situation happens, I mean, it's not like the good old days no more and stuff. I mean, this week and stuff, you probably could find one rather decent. Next week is probably a $40,000 markup. But in any case and stuff, man, the purpose is to not get caught. Your finances ain't straight. You're in the lease program and stuff. I just broke down the numbers and stuff to you. You can use that to your advantage. Get your stuff straight. Get your finances and stuff in order so that when you get something, you get it at fair market value. As long as you got it fair market value, now you ain't getting knocked in the head. You're not getting knocked in the head over a truck, that you got to pay for every week. You're just paying a bank every month. So you can be better prepared and stuff, man, to get your finances straight. Because some week, it might be a week you just ain't going to have it. You ain't going to have it, or you might be a little bit short and stuff, but that's okay. You can't compare trucking to real estate. Okay, yeah, all right. You can't do it. All right, you can't do it. You can't do it. Well, yeah, that's true too. Yeah, that's true too and stuff. Trucks don't lose. Yeah, it all depends on what kind of truck it is, and what kind of work you did. Yeah, all of what you guys, if I say if I, with everybody knowing what I did with this truck now, if I said, okay, I'm selling this truck for $40,000, man, no, man, everybody, Rooster, you crazy to sell that truck for 40,000? I ain't paying no $40,000, right? I mean, yeah, I mean, hey, Brand, I mean, yeah, it is, it's two different things. So, I mean, I won't debate that now. I won't debate it now and stuff, but but yeah, it's yeah. If I would have said, say, man, yeah, I'm selling my truck for $40,000, like, man, no, I ain't doing, and I got paperwork to prove the license, man, shoot, most you can get that truck about 25,000. I give 25,000, 24,000, something like that. What you talking about? Rebuilt motor transmission, radio, just everything, and that's all I get. 25, like, yeah. So so that's the name of the game, man. Get your money up. Go ahead, get your money up, get your credit and stuff straight. Yeah, get your money up, get your credit and stuff straight, man. Get your credit straight. You got your finance and stuff in par, and that way, you just go ahead, get them people that truck back and stuff like that. Hey, I appreciate it. Appreciate y'all giving me the legs up. I think I got it from here, and use it for what it's worth, man, guys. They're going to be doing the same thing on that part. They're going to be doing the same thing with you. So, but I'm going to go ahead and end it right there. I hope that the information that I gave was helpful. Uh, y'all keep it coming and stuff, man. Like I said, I mean, you want me to, give a breakdown about certain situations, certain things. Well, I ain't gonna say certain things. If it's dealing with trucking, and you want me to give more insight and stuff about it, or if you want a better understanding about it, just text me. My number is on my YouTube page. Text me, let me know who you are. Let me know what the subject matter is and stuff, and then, it'll give me enough time to break down what it is that needs to be broke down, and that way we can go into constructive dialogue. Uh, Hit me up on my Instagram channel, which is Rhode Island Red Rooster 22. Rhode Island Red Rooster 22 on Instagram. I'm always posting up things about my 2013 Freightliner Cascadia. And with that being said, this man right here, wishing you guys a very, very happy Father's Day. And we don't talk tomorrow stuff. Happy Juneteenth. Uh, shout out to Boston Ben. Shout out to Boston Ben or Ben Hates. Ben Hates. Look the brother up and stuff. Juneteenth. And with that being said, it's your man right here, the one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster. Tell you as always, continue to do your own research, fact-finding studies. Monitor your skills every day. Until next time we talk, next time we meet, safe, easy, peace out.